So, Rahul, come here, Punch Out Boxing. I'm delighted to be here with the history maker. A bit of history that people aren't aware of, but Numan Hussain, the first British Bangladeshi pro to win a pro title. How's that feel? It's a week on. You've had to bask in the glory of winning that Southern Area title last Friday. Yeah. Yeah, how's it been as a champion?
Yeah, it's good. Again, honestly, like it was an incredible night of boxing. Yeah, honestly, I enjoyed myself. I felt like I got to do a lot of the stuff we was working on in the gym, and honestly, ultimately pick up a win against a very good opponent, which for me was the main thing. Of course, the title was on the line, and like it's incredible to win a title. But for me, it was about boxing guys who are like up there and who are like slightly ahead of me in their career, and who happen to be one of the best at my weight at domestic level. So for me to mix out with Robert Caswell for me was a great privilege, and honestly, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I was unfortunately not there. Apologies to you and Rob because I've followed both your careers since the beginning. But I did speak to Rob before the fight, and he was obviously of the opinion that his 12-year youth advantage might come into play. He obviously watched your fight with Arnold,
Yeah.
and naturally, as youngsters, when they're young and cocky, they would think that the youth will come into effect. But what was impressive was sort of the last couple of rounds. Actually, you came strong. I wonder after that Arnold fight, did you sort of up your level, your training, conditioning, everything for this fight?
Um. Uh. No, after the Arnold fight, I think it gave me a bit more confidence. It gave me a bit more confidence in the sense that one, I can do the 10 rounds. Like I started a bit too fast with Frank Arnold. Like it was my second 10 rounder, but the first time I actually went the 10 rounds. So I think it's very important to know how to manage um the rounds, because especially if you got 10 rounds, 12 rounds, there's a possibility you're going to hear the final bell, and you have to have a reserve. So I think no, 100% like that played a massive fact. Like doing 10 rounds with Frank Arnold, I felt like gave me a bit of experience in doing 10 rounds, but also I learned from the mistakes I made in that fight where I started off too fast and I kept trying to land big, heavy shots, hoping to game out there. My coach, Steve Walton, made a few minor adjustments, and honestly, they made the world of a difference. Um, and then, yeah, honestly, I felt it halfway through camp in sparring, and I knew like the guys I spar with are top level, very high quality, and I I've got a ritual that I kind of follow now, which is if I'm boxing 10 rounds, I have to do at least 10 rounds with Masood Abdullah, because obviously the guy's got a tank engine like no other, and like he tests me in every way, and I know if I come out there and I'm like boom, I'm done that. And in terms of fitness, no, but like the S&C as well, my S&C we changed ever so slightly. My coach, Steve Borton, had a word with Dave Gordon, my S&C coach. They changed things a little bit just to get a bit more work rate out. But honestly, the way I felt on the night, I felt like easily I could have done another 5 rounds. I was like, it's weird because there's something happens to me after round six. I kick into like another gear almost, but I feel like I felt very comfortable.
Hmm. Yeah, and I tell you what, looking at the two of you at the weigh-in, I thought, wow, Numan, he's got that. He looks powerful, strong, that sort of denser, mature muscle.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
I guess what they call man strength.
yeah.
Did you feel that in there as well?
Yeah, the thing is, I've watched some of Robert Caswell's fight, and we knew like definitely he's a very good boxer, and he can control range when he kind of wants to at times, but you can't be 5'11" and like and and be like super strong. I mean, you can, but we looked at him and was just like I wasn't sure. Um, anyway, like I know like definitely I'm a little bit older. I'm actually a lot older, but yeah, I like you could say manpower, whatever. But again, like honestly, credit to my S&C coach and my nutritionist, who's the best nutritionist in this country, in my opinion. Honestly, she had me. I felt incredible, and I did. Going into the fight, I thought, you know what? I'm probably the stronger guy, but I don't know that yet. Until I feel one of his shots, I don't actually know that. And honestly, Rob Caswell, he does, yeah, he does. He's a very sharp shooter. He hits, but honestly, I don't feel like his power bothered me in the same way. But I said to him after the fight, I reckon he should go up in weight
Mhm.
because of I don't know how hard it is for him to make the weight. To be that big. Um yeah, maybe he might just perform a little bit better at high weight. I don't know, but yeah, on the night, without a doubt, while we was in exchanges, I felt like I was a stronger man.
Mhm. Well, I mean, it told obviously that first round, you nailed him with that short right hand that dropped him. Just before that, though, he did nail you with one of his long left jabs. Did he sort of maybe get overexcited and then maybe open up too
No,
much?
honestly, he's got a good jab. I knew that from going into the fight that he's got a good jab, and he does he throws it well. He throws it consistently, and like we we kind of prepared for that. And obviously, like in real time, I'm trying to do my work. I'm trying to see what he's doing. I'm trying to counter him. He's trying to counter me. We're trying to set stuff up. And honestly, that right hand, like it was instinctive. Like uh, just before we come out, Steve Boyer, my coach, he was running through that with me, and he's like, and so when it happened, I don't even remember processing the information. I just remember just reacting to it and doing what we literally did like 20 minutes ago in the back. And I just hit him with the shot, and I didn't load up on it. I didn't try to hit it hard, and it caught him flush. And I think he was trying to throw a punch at the same time, so his momentum came into it as well. And then after that, I got a little bit excited because I was like, okay, could be an early night for us all. Um, let's like rush in, apply pressure, whatever, whatever. I should have just stayed calm. But again, like honestly, it made for a good fight, and I felt at the time it was the right thing to do, so I did it, and I won't do that again. I think next time, if I'm able to drop somebody, I'll be a bit more calculated.
Yeah, it's natural with the crowd roaring and all that. You get caught
Yeah,
in the moment. I think he was probably buzzed from that shot though for a couple of rounds because you carried on. I guess even though it did get a bit messy, as he said, because you were sort of rushing it, you were still in
yeah.
control. Middle rounds, he started to get his boxing going, do you think? But like I said, the surprising thing was down the stretch, you came on strong to
Yeah.
the win.
No, 100%. I think I had success early, and then I think he definitely started re-establishing himself, and he started finding momentum. And then I remember coming back into the corner, and Steve's like, "What? Why are you letting him get back? Like you're letting him basically get back into it. It's not because he's not doing anything that you're not prepared for, or like whatever. Like just if you go back to doing what you were doing early on, and whatever." So then I started applying that, and it's difficult because when you're in there and you go from boxing to having a bit of a scrap or a bit of a rough back and forth, it's hard to kind of go back into boxing. I was like, "Do you know what, get it back together." So I went back in and we started getting it together, and I think was it round 7 or 8, Steve was my corner's just like, "Listen, walk him down, just walk him down, don't even like get in the high guard and let's walk him down and counter him." And then honestly, once I started doing it, I was like, should have done this earlier. I mean, he was screaming for it earlier, but it's like, yeah. And then obviously I started talking to him, etc. Went back and forth, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and of course, you must have felt ecstatic when it was announced you are the new Southern Area champ. Like I said, you've first British Bengali to win a pro title. You picked some of the young hotshots like Hamza Uddin and Yusuf Ibrahim. a lot of us would have thought maybe one of those youngsters would be the first, but you as an older starter, you put
Yes.
to it to that record.
Yeah, yeah. No, definitely. Honestly, it is incredible to be kind of pinned down in history. Like I didn't even think about this. Like again, when you told me about it, I was just like, it didn't really register. I was like, whatever, because I box for myself and like I do it for as a like, I enjoy it, whatever. I don't really care what um what other people think, etc. But I was like, you know what? That's actually incredible to go down as, because right now there's a lot of young, talented Bangladeshi British fighters coming through, and like again, like I just assumed they would. I don't know. I never looked into it. I just assumed it's already been done, and these boys will do even greater things, etc. So yeah, 100%. I'm like, because I'm a lot older, I'd probably stop boxing before them, possibly. Um, but so I was like, yeah, do you know what? To cement myself in and to make myself a part of this is honestly it's a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, my friend Elliot, he was there in the dressing room afterwards, and you did say to him, you haven't got long, you don't want to waste time, you want to sort of go up the levels. And Alfie, your manager, said after the fight, we're going to try and get you the English.
Yeah,
Is that the target next? You want that English super featherweight
yeah.
title, which is vacant?
Absolutely. It's vacant, so yeah, definitely. And I don't want to skip any stages because I do admire the traditional route, and I feel like it builds you as a fighter. Like already, like just to get this Southern Era strap, like I boxed two really good guys, and I feel like honestly, Robert Caswell and Frank Arnold added so much to my game because like I went up against a very tough southpaw and then a very classy Robert Caswell. So like every fight, if I don't come out of it learning stuff about myself as well and being like, cool, do you know what? I could do this. This works. This doesn't work. Like, because these guys help. They honestly they help me get great.
Hmm.
And like for me, I feel like the best is yet to come. Because I'm still in the gym. I'm still picking stuff up off my coaches, even like Masood, Amy, Ori, like my teammates. Like they're very clever boxers, and I don't feel like I've mastered it, the art of fighting yet. So I'm like, do you know what? I've still got so much to give. So 100%, I want bigger fights. I want fights that are challenging for me. Like, so this is yeah, step one. So wicked. I would love to challenge whoever for the English, and then go, and then I can think about uh potentially a British title. But I was like, I can't think about that until I get an English title. So that's the next step for me, hopefully.
Well, yeah, one step at a time. I mean, I'm sure you'll probably be keeping an eye on the scene over the next couple of weeks. There's a fight just I think
Yeah, in Liverpool, I think
fifth,
is it? It's
5th of
yeah.
July is Akib Fiaz against Michael Gomez. I don't know if that's for the vacant title or not, but
No,
if not, I mean, I think the winner of that versus you. How about that for the vacant English?
yeah, honestly, do you know what? It doesn't even have to be a title for me. I don't care. I'll fight these guys with a
Mhm.
title, without a title. I don't care. Like the the titles, of course, are a bonus to me, but ultimately, I want names. I'm collecting people's names on my resume. That's what I want. I want your name on my resume. I want your name on my resume to say that I beat you, to say that I beat you, because that's all that matters at the end of it for me.
Mhm.
If you look at my, because that's how all of us, or boxers, managers, promoters, whatever, you go on BoxRec, you click and you look at who he's fought. That's what we look at, and I
Yeah.
wanna. That's what I want. I want these guys. I'd love to box Akib Fayaz and or Michael Gomez Jr. But I think if I'm correct, there's a guy, there's two guys boxing for the English title at
Mhm.
super featherweight, and I think they're boxing early July. Uh, Ibrahim Nadeem and I think a Kurt Jackson,
Oh,
if I'm
okay.
correct.
Yeah, I was
So
just looking at
I'm
the. Sorry, go on.
yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that, but I do remember one of my management telling me that, and I was like, look, let them do. I don't care when I'm like whoever it is, it doesn't really matter. I just need 6 weeks and let's go. Um, yeah, not even 6 weeks really, but yeah, I'm happy to whoever it is, whoever's got it, I'm there.
I'll tell you what, that would be so exciting if you can get that. If you couldn't get the fights at the domestic level, because I'm sure you know the politics, it's all about which
Yeah,
promoter can lobby the board.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Would you be interested in like an international type fight?
Do you know what? I think you're the third person to mention that to me. There's somebody, there's a fighter who I'm sorry, just so there is a fighter, Awais Hussein, who's an upcoming fighter, really nice guy who I've met a
Oh, I
few
know a
times.
ways. Yeah, he went over to
Yeah,
Bangladesh.
that's it. So he went over to Bangladesh, and I was, I follow him on social media, so I was like following him, wishing him luck before his fight and stuff. And like obviously, my parents are from Bangladesh, so I was like, oh, well, like how is it over there? How you finding it? Because for me, it was exciting to see. Like
Mhm.
he's doing something great. He's left his homeland. He's gone over there, but then like because he's come down to the gym before he went over a couple of weeks, and I explained to him how that came about, and he's like, bro, like we've got connections. There's like if you ever want to do it, that'd be wicked. And you know what? Again, just for the fact of like having a great challenge and a great experience, I would love to do that. But again, it's just like as I got to speak to my coach, my management. As long as everyone's okay with it and they're prepared for it, I'm pretty sure we can go out there and fight somebody there. That would be incredible. Like I've
Yeah,
always said, there's something exciting about fighting overseas. So as an amateur, I've boxed in a few different countries, and honestly, it's incredible. The
yeah.
experience, the pressure, everything about it, it just makes it more exciting. So yeah, happy. I'm more than happy to do so. I'll go anywhere. I'll box someone in a car park. I'll box someone on an island. No problem.
It would be exciting. I had a potential opponent in mind for you.
Oh, did you?
Um, Mandeep Jagra. He's that Indian guy based in Florida. He's Roy Jones's fighter. He fought Marley Mason.
Did he? When was
Yeah,
this?
it was yeah, just a couple of months
Oh,
ago
when they
in
went to they did the US versus the.
the UK show. Yeah, so
Ah,
he's super
okay.
featherweight. So I thought he's originally from India. You're of Bengali descent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you could make it for something like a WBC Asia title.
Whatever.
So,
Honestly,
something like that.
yeah. Why not? Honestly, I'll be happy to do it. If honestly, like for a title doesn't have to be for a title. I don't care. Just yeah, like if you think you're better than me, let's get in a ring and see.
That would be fair. That mean you did say you ain't got as long as the youngsters. How many more fights do you want? Do you think, or how long, or haven't you set yourself a target? You
Do you
just
know
seeing
what?
how you feel.
I'll be honest with you. I feel in the best shape of my life. I don't smoke. I don't drink outside
Mhm,
of camp. I'm a lot older than these guys. I've done all the messing around. I'm not interested. The
mhm.
naughtiest thing I'll do would be have a burger and chips.
Yeah.
My wife is a professional boxer too, so we kind of live the life. All my friends happen to be boxers. We run a boxing gym. Like we're always in the gym, whether we're training, whether we're helping someone get ready, or we're always around it. So like I don't actually. I feel physically like in the best shape of my life, and I feel like over the last few years, I've kind of got to know how to do things a bit more properly rather than just winging it and doing random exercises and not doing recovery and etc. So I've got a good team in place which who help me get ready for fights. I don't feel like I'm slowing down, if I'm being honest. If anything, I'm discovering stuff about myself on how to make myself box at my optimal. So it's not so much like the body, it's more so my actual life. So obviously I help my wife run her boxing gym and my friend, and then I have a job. Then my wife boxes professionally, I box professionally. We've got a 2-year old, and then my wife is expecting in like 3 weeks.
Mhm.
So there's so much going on, and then I've got so much other social engagements, etc. And I'm like, I'm juggling so much, and I'm still able to box. Honestly, because my team and my wife allow me to, they help me to, they make it possible. So I'm just like when things get very complicated or even busier than now, which I feel like is not possible. I'm like, like you're like, what do you stop doing? So where boxing literally is like a passion and it brings in no financial benefit,
Hmm.
like it'll probably be the first thing to be dropped. Because my responsibilities as a, as a father, as a husband, uh, as a manager of a consultancy, like is more important, so to
Hmm.
speak. But like, I don't know, like I've given myself, I said, oh, because I had a conversation with my wife and I was like, babe, you know what? 2 years and I'm out. I'm gone. I was like, before I hit 40, I'm out. Because I just turned 37 on the 6th of this month. So I'm like, and I'm out. And then she's like, don't put a time frame on it because you don't understand what or where things are going to lead. She's like, you can't put a time frame on it. So I understand that I'm not gonna put a time frame on it because I feel like you kind of, if you tell yourself you've got a year, you might force yourself into doing something you're not ready for, or you just rush and you spoil something. So that's why I was saying I only want meaningful fights. I only want fights that are like really worth me going and training and doing a camp. Because why else am I doing it? I I rather I rather have more meaningful fights than just have random fights. Like I don't honestly at this point I'm like I can't have it. I don't want to have a 6 rounder, 8 rounder. I've never done an 8 rounder before.
Hmm.
So I only want 10 and 12s, 10 and 12s, only meaningful fights. I'm not interested. I rather have less fights, more meaningful fights, and for them to serve a purpose, so to speak. So there's not a specific number in my head. Um, but honestly, at the moment, I treat every fight like it could be my last. Because I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. Because even Frank Arnold, I was supposed to box Frank Arnold, and he hurt his shoulder or something. And like he announced that he's retired. And I'm like, honestly, in my opinion, he's a healthy young man with like a bright future in boxing. And like, that's it, the end of his career from an injury. And honestly, all of us, all fighters are like an injury away, you
Hmm.
know, or a brain scan away, or whatever, from potentially being retired. So I'm like, do you know what? If that's the case, you got to push it and like really give everything. But like, that's why I'm like, I'm not interested in like less meaningful fights. But yeah, I don't have a specific number in my head. But I'm like, you know what? Yeah, if I if I had to pick, I don't know, 2 3 years, whatever that will get me. If I could for 12, yeah, whatever. I'm active, so I can have 3 4 fights a year, whatever. I don't care. But yeah, yeah,
All right. Well, let's keep an eye on those fights happening this July, and yeah, hopefully you'll get one of them for that big fight. All right, Numan, I'll let you get going. The sun's out. Let's go and enjoy the sun, and
yes.
we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you so much.